Welcome back to Whatever is on Our Minds, the podcast where my mom and I discuss whatever is on our minds. Now, for the past few days, there has been one specific thing on my mind, and that is cyan and superstitional realism, the two little blobs from the series Horse Race Test, making out in the middle of the fucking apocalypse. It was crazy. I don't even know how I can put this into words. I will have a picture on screen, but that probably isn't going to give too much of an explanation. But I'm gonna try to explain not only what went down during these races, but also how we can apply it to life.
I like that. You know me, I like to look deeper and look at all the layers.
Because, the thing is, I'm going so out of order here. I'm not gonna summarize each individual race. I have to take this mask off. I'm sorry, but my face is overheating.
Don't feel strongly about it either way.
Okay. Sorry about that. I have a cold. Anyway, so basically, I don't even know where to begin because, the average viewer probably doesn't even know what horse race test is.
Daddy and I were still amazed at how that game got so viral, you know. I guess it's speaking to very specific audience.
Yeah, well, at first it didn't even have lore, so I have no idea. It was just horses bouncing around like DVD logos.
Yeah, well, is it official lore or is everybody having a different theory?
I don't think there's any official lore. They never have dialogue or anything like that. It's just things definitely happen that are significant to the plot, but we never get an explanation.
And those things that are definitely significant to the plot, are they edited, or how can you make that happen in a game like that?
It's not rigged. It's just
no, I'm not saying rigged, but it's just animations are not rigged.
It's just new stuff programmed in.
Okay, that's good.
New functions.
I like the color of the doodle already.
The taser obviously was programmed in.
So what do you think the taser meant?
Well, obviously, the imposter cyan was using it to hurt others. And personally, if I were to assign a meaning to it, I would say that it's a representation of how people who are hurt by trauma can end up hurting others, not just those they care about, but also themselves. This is probably I've never seen anyone else say this, but personally I think my interpretation of green, who presumably shape-shifted into cyan during the basketball thing where Super got tased. I think green represents cyan's trauma, because there's all these
Is green the green horses, are they nightmare horses or what are they called?
Well, there are nightmare horses, but the nightmare horses aren't usually green. But this time they were green for some reason. And again, we don't know why.
So there was one that was shaped just like cyan, the silhouette, but the color was green.
Yeah, and was smiling.
Smiling, and what was it about the electricity?
Was like tasing other horses. First in the basketball game, that horse was tasing superstitional realism, and we all like freaked out because we thought it was actually cyan.
Cyan colored.
Yeah, at the time the horse was cyan colored, so we thought it was actually cyan, but it turned out that was an imposter. Anyway, so I think that green represents like cyan's trauma, and because there's like a fan theory that the other nightmares represent like different like side effects of cyan's trauma, basically like self-loathing and resentment towards other horses and whatnot. So my like headcanon is that green is the trauma itself. Anyway, after it was revealed that the evil cyan was not the cyan we know and love, and cyan had never actually hurt superstitional realism.
Okay. So I was going to say, so you're saying the green horse was that particular, all of green horses are sort of trauma side effects, and that green horse that tastes everybody was, or that tastes super first, and then later other horses, that horse was was trauma itself?
Yeah.
So
that's my headcanon.
So the trauma...
It's not official lore.
The trauma was essentially being passed on.
Exactly.
Wow, that's
the trauma cycle.
The trauma cycle, right? Like how you react to certain things.
But then not only that, but in Vessel 4 of
Wait, but then, so how somebody reacts to certain things based on their prior trauma exposure, based on the way they react to stressors when they are in constant fight or flight. They're basically, a lot of people who were traumatized are stuck in fight or flight. You know, the amygdala in the brain, that nucleus controls it, and so they're stuck. But then if they're around people all the time, or like parents, for example, and they have a certain maladaptive way of reacting to stress, then the kids are going to learn it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So
you said not only that. Oh, that's cool.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just doodling.
Yeah, that's good.
So then in the Vessel 4 race in the OVA, the truth was revealed, and sorry, my brain's lagging because I'm focusing on the drawing.
It's all right. I like it already.
Thanks. And so as a fuck, I messed up. Hold on, let me just undo it a bunch of times. I'm starting over, actually. So after the truth was revealed, superstitional realism hatched from an egg. And this was after Cyan repeatedly hit the egg, which I had canon as her like bringing like superstitional realism was like in a shell, and like Cyan like brought her to her senses basically, and once she realized that
brought her out of her shell.
Yeah, once she realized that the real Cyan had never hurt her, she became like she then became like fueled by love. It was crazy. She completed the race in like a minute.
Wow. Is that one of the fastest ever?
No, it's not. It's like pretty normal for horses in horse race tests to complete races in like 1 minute. But what made it really crazy was that earlier that day there was another race on that same map.
Mm-hmm.
And the first race of the day on the same map took 28 minutes to
I
complete,
know.
which was like unheard of for a horse race test. It was
Yeah.
the longest race in horse race test history
Wow.
by a long shot. The previous longest was like 7 minutes.
Wow. Okay. Usually it's just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like fueled
Super fast.
by the power of love, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
The power of love.
I'm having issues here.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to fix the silhouette.
What's wrong with the silhouette?
It was going too like wide, I guess.
I like it.
Anyway, when she reached the end of the race, she and Cyan kissed, and they stayed kissing until like the final episode.
And they turned gray, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they like turned into statues or something, and then Jovial Merriment like unfroze them in the last episode, but then they also like
how were they unfrozen?
I don't know. Jovial just like touched them, and then they like unfroze, and they were separate again. Okay. But yeah, that's the thing. In the meantime, they literally fused together. It was crazy.
Time stood still for them in that moment.
Yeah, and it was like the end of the world, you know, because like there were like nightmares fusing and turning into abominations, like these like fusions of nightmares. Like there were a lot of fusions going on. That was like a thing.
It's like an Armageddon.
It was like
an equine Geddon.
I guess so. Like it was like basically the end of the world, and they were just kissing.
Till the time did stand still. Oh, that's very interesting. I remember when Daddy and I were like, as we just started dating, we went to a museum in Philadelphia. And then afterward, I guess we had a bite to eat or something. And then on our way home, in our school, at our university, they had the bio pond, which is really cool. And there was a little garden, and with lots of trees and a pond. And it was really beautiful. And we sat on the bench and we talked and talked. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my gosh, what time is it? I probably should head home. It was like late afternoon or early evening, I guess. And we'd been sitting there for hours, not even noticed.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, what? That's when we didn't have cell phones yet. And we just had our regular wristwatches. Hard to imagine nowadays, huh? That looks interesting. What happened to his ear? Her ear.
As they're shown, they don't have ears.
Oh.
As they're shown in the races. But Super has like a bump on her head. And a lot of people interpret that as a unicorn horn, myself included. So, which brings me to my egghead canon that like the reason Super was in an egg was that the unicorn powers basically like made it so that like when she was so depressed and heartbroken, she like kind of went into a coma, and the egg formed around her as like a protective shell.
Yeah.
And then when Cyan got through to her, she finally hatched.
Aww.
Again, this is all just headcanons. There's no like canon lore as far as I know. I'm just making a whole story out of this.
So he had a fight response, and she had a freeze response. What is it? Fight, flight, freeze, fawn, and
Yeah.
flop, right?
Everybody do the flop.
Ah, good times.
Anyway.
It's a long time ago now, the flop, huh? How many years is that? 7? 8 maybe? Maybe more.
It's been quite a while.
Maybe 9 years already.
Anyway, I was gonna say something else about the
Okay, the eggshell.
Okay.
The protective shell.
No, I was gonna say by the time I was gonna say something before you interrupted, and now I don't remember. I guess this drawing, by the way, is like my interpretation of like their mind during like the fusion, like while they were fused. This was like their mind.
Oh, their mind was fused. Everything was fused.
Yeah, they became like one horse, and the new horse was named Cyanide.
Oh, which is also interesting.
Yeah.
Quite the poison.
I think it was a pun in this case.
On what?
Cyan.
Oh, you mean just a word play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
it could have been cyanotic.
So, I don't know that word.
Cyanotic means when somebody's skin and nails and lips takes on a bluish color due to lack of oxygen, severe lack of oxygen.
I'm pretty sure most of the people who do know that word are doctors. I'm pretty sure Snakes Andrews does not know the word cyanotic.
You mean it was not on the tip of his tongue?
Definitely not.
Oh, sorry. What could we call
anyway,
this fusion?
So in the last race, everybody had been turned into abomination nations, except for these two and Jovial Merriment. And they only finally so then Jovial unfroze the statue, but then the abominations won. And it's basically like we don't know what's gonna happen to the 3 remaining. Like, are they gonna get turned as well, or like are they just gonna be trapped there? We don't know what's gonna happen. And it's just like it kind of drove me crazy, but to the point that when I had like nausea and chills, I thought it was like a side effect of like I thought it was like my body reacting to the ending. I didn't realize I had a cold until like the next day.
Quite the anxiety, huh?
Yeah.
That's wild. Should we save? We're almost at 20 minutes. I think we should probably save every 20 minutes.
No, because it'll save it to the computer if...
I hope it does, unless it crashes. Alright. Battery's good.
Yeah, I have it plugged in and everything. Anyway. So, yeah, it was like literally the world was ending and they were like frozen kissing for most of it.
Wow. I guess if they were frozen, yeah, okay.
Cause like I don't think they were conscious as statues, but still. Also, true. Can you imagine the relief though? Like I bet there was this feeling of like never wanting to let go again.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Because not only had they been separated for a long time, but there was like their relationship had basically been sabotaged.
Yeah, and Super thought that Cyan was like a complete sociopath.
Yeah.
So that would be a relief.
Like I can't
not
even
a sociopath.
imagine. Like I don't think. Probably the only time I ever felt like a level of relief half as close to that is when when I found out about Ricochet's exemption.
Okay.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about, well, I mean, whatever's on our minds. But, right now I just want to talk about horse race test. So I don't know. It's just kind of like poetic, I guess. Because like it reminds me of the song "As the World Caves In." Because like that song, I already had it on my like Super Cyan playlist. Link in the description. But it now fits again because like this is not their first apocalypse. Just so you know, they've gone like the Experiment 1 finale. They were like trapped in limbo until the tournament, and we don't even know how they got out. They just were out. It was never explained. It was like an off-screen resolution.
So the limbo is like, so you were referring to the limbo as a.
In horse race test, it's like an actual like place where they were trapped. Well, it was sort of like a situation where like they didn't know if they were.
It's like almost the inverse.
They didn't know if they were gonna make it out alive. Is the thing, you
like
know?
A quiet vacuum.
We didn't know if they were gonna make it out alive. Like a lot of people were like actually in tears because they thought that Cyan, Super, and Jovial were dead. But then the tournament happened and they were just back. But they had like stuff on their bodies because they were corrupted, but then they healed over time.
Yeah. And how did they get out of limbo? We don't know.
We don't know. I'm guessing it would be with this. It'll either be something similar where they're just back. Everything's back to normal, and we don't know how it got resolved. And maybe like all the horses that were abominations will be corrupted now, like how the trio were before. Right. Or it could just be that this whole thing isn't even canon. We still don't know for certain whether or not it's canon.
So when they were stuck in limbo, what got them in there? Exactly. What was the trigger?
So Cyan went to limbo because she hadn't won any races, so it was like a punishment. Super went into limbo to save Cyan, and Jovial went with her to help her save Cyan. But then they were racing against 3 nightmares, and Garbage Bin, one of the nightmares, won the race.
So when they were stuck in limbo because Cyan had never won a race.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I guess if we want to read it, potentially read into it or interpret it, if it's, if it is sort of like a surreal kind of thing or allegorical. But
I don't think it is allegorical.
Probably not on purpose.
But I do like to make it allegorical because I just I just like doing.
So how
that.
do people get stuck in limbo in the present world?
I know where you're going with this, but I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's like.
Where am I going with that?
Because you were talking about like how it's an allegory for a rat race. You said that like the other day.
No, I don't mean that. I'm saying when people feel like they're in limbo, like they're not moving forward, they're not going.
You said something and it reminded me of Dream Barbecue.
No, I'm talking about now. This is different.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about limbo, being stuck in limbo, right? So in the real world, if you're stuck in limbo, if you say that, it just means you're not moving anywhere, not going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes if our expectations are not met, that can sometimes put us into that weird kind of state where you really don't know where you're going, so you're not going anywhere for a while. And that can affect people around us as well.
Sorry, what were you saying? I was focused on the drawing.
Alright. I'm saying I was looking at in the real world, if somebody's saying, "Oh, I feel like I'm in limbo," that means that we're not going anywhere, right? Sometimes we're in this weird state where we're not going, where we don't feel like we have any direction. And sometimes that happens when our expectations are not met. Like we're thinking things are going to turn out one way, and we work really hard to get to that point, but then we don't get to this point, and we may never get there, and then all of a sudden we don't know where we're going from there.
Ah.
And then other people around us with whom we interact a lot, they can be sort of stuck with us, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say, the going back to the kiss. Um, I feel like it could almost be like they were like the reason I brought up the song as the world caves in is because it's almost like they were like focusing on what really mattered, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That tends to happen too when big things happen, right? Bad things.
Like they kind of like knew that was the end, and or at least maybe not quite that it was the end, but that things were like pretty terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So they were just like focused on each other.
Right.
And they were just, enjoying the fact that they had finally been reunited after,
Mm-hmm.
and that everything had finally, like, they were happy together again.
That's a really
for the
good
first time in a long time. So, like, instead of focusing on the fact that the world was literally ending,
cool.
they were focusing on the fact that they finally got to be happy together.
Well, that'd be pretty good life advice in general, right? If everything around you seems terrible, then I mean things that are out of our control, then sometimes all we can do is focus on something that's actually good.
And that also reminds me of another song, Die with a Smile.
Yeah. Not always possible, but I know
Like
the
that's
meaning, so
like
to
I feel like
speak.
it also fits them. Like, if the world is ending, I want to be next to you.
That fits.
Yeah. And then as the world caves in, also fits perfectly. It's kind of like the same like theme as Die with a Smile, because it goes like, and here it is, our final night alive. And as the world, hold on, let me start over. I messed up. And here it is, our final night alive. And as the earth burns to the ground, oh girl, it's you that I lie with. As the atom bomb locks in, oh girl, it's you I watch TV with. As the world as the world caves in.
Wow.
That kind of strained my throat because I have a cold.
That's funny.
Why can't I stop mentioning
That
the
always
fact that I'm sick?
that always reminds me that song always reminds me of the of Rogue One. You didn't see that, but like the prequel, sort of a prequel of Star Wars. It ends as literally like the planet was getting destroyed, being destroyed, and the couple that sort of found the two people that sort of found each other during the movie, they ran to the beach and they just dropped down, and then they just hugged each other really tight,
Wow.
and then you just
I feel like this illustration I made fits that theme very well. Initially, that wasn't what I had in mind. I just wanted to draw like a sort of like yin and yang design with the two of them. Because I noticed that cyan has like a similar shape, like just add one leg here and that's cyan.
True.
But then I realized, now that we just discussed this, that this illustration basically represents that. Because look, they're surrounded by darkness,
Yes.
but they're embracing each other, and together they produce light.
Yep, they give off they're light in the darkness together.
Yep. Oh, I'm so glad that they're at least no longer going through the divorce arc. Honestly, I really hope this is canon because I don't want to go back. I don't want them to be toxic anymore. I want them to be wholesome, even if that means the world has to end.
Well, I did not. I was with you up until the last step. I didn't get
Well,
that.
no, because like if
You mean
I were,
even if the world is ending.
I meant like if I were given an offer like this portion of Horse Race Test can have a good ending, in which like Jovial wins and everyone is returned to normal and the abominations are defeated, but in exchange, superstitional realism doesn't win race 4, I would not accept that deal.
The deal. You would not accept the deal.
I didn't even mean to say deal. I meant to say offer.
The deal.
It's just my dialect, I guess.
Oh man, and you don't know like the outtake thingy, that the practice thingy that's still on my ADHD mind. It's asking to come out.
Okay, should we reenact it?
Let's just do it real quick.
So
my brain can leave me alone.
We were testing the mic. I deleted it, so we don't have the outtake anymore. But basically, to test the mic, because it's just like a reflex for me at this point when I start recording, I went, "Hey kids, it's me, your old Paladin Overlord, Bill Cipher."
And then I went, "Hey kids, it's me, your old Paladin Overlord, the Axolotl." Woohoo!
Somehow it's even worse the second time.
I love it. Right,
Also,
so now my brain is giving me
I have a feeling that like Void Investigator is gonna make that into an animatic.
Funny. Oh. Yep, and there we are, talking about Bill.
That did not take long.
Bill gets jealous.
That did not take long. Actually, it did take long. It took 33 minutes. I spent 33 minutes talking about nothing but Horse Race Test.
Wow.
That's more time than the OVA itself took. And most of those 33 minutes were that 128 minutes.
That's true.
Which I didn't even discuss.
Yep. Alright, you gonna do one more?
I figure it's, that I should draw Bill, like I always do.
And now, without further ado...
Should we do, like, a reading from the Book of Bill, like we did last time?
Sure.
Alright.
We're just gotta remember to, like, doodle on the screen so it doesn't hibernate.
Yeah, I know, I got it. I think it may also help if I, like, move, because the stylus tracks the cursor, so I think as long as I just move the stylus like this, it'll count as, like, activity and it won't go to sleep. So I think that should be fine as long as I just don't put the stylus down, which I think I had before because I was, like, looking through the Book of Bill.
Alright. So
anyway.
I'll keep moving the cursor.
So, I'm actually not sure where to go, so I'm going to go to my multi-animator project and see, like, what was the last part claimed.
How's that going? How many are left to go?
Unfortunately, it's, like, come to a standstill.
That's normal.
I'm going to put a link to the casting call in the description of this video to see if I can get some more traffic.
Just but start picking up.
You know, Volswa and Void Investigator are still going, though. Those two are powerhouses.
Wow.
They've done majority of the project that's been completed so far.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's exciting. But remember to just pick up some of those parts. Do it now before. I mean, it's already the end of August.
Yeah, but there's still like more than half the parts are open. Is the thing.
It's all right. Just start going.
Like I'm like I don't know which one to choose.
I'll help you.
Anyway,
just go random, pick a number.
I don't like it random.
Then pick the one that you find the most interesting.
I guess I could try that. Anyway, I decided to check what the most recently distributed part was, and it was part 31, Bill downing a glass of I'm Fine juice at Oh Sadly's. So that gives us a very clear place to go.
Back to old Sadly's. That alone shows you, I mean, it's very clever, and it also shows you that it's not a book for kids. Old Sadly's like downing, like some people downing their sorrows with alcohol.
All right.
Which is never advisable.
Today we're gonna read from the page Losing Sixer.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute. How did this even get in there?
What?
Oh wait, no, never mind. It was temporarily disoriented.
What did you think?
I thought it was in the
Did
journal.
you see something else lap related again?
No, that was funny. All right, let's hear it.
Oh, the melodrama. Do you really buy that sob story? My poor brain, my poor knuckles, please. I was never really going to steal his eyes. Those were just practical jokes, some light hazing to initiate him into my gang, just like the rest of my henchmaniacs. It's not my fault if Mr. Tabletop Gaming rolled a 0 on sense of humor. But after this one little spat, Fordsey swore eternal vengeance, shut down the portal, and dedicated himself to hunting me down throughout the multiverse. Obsessed much? I know Sixer secretly loved our will they won't they destroy the world relationship. This was just his way of keeping things spicy. But the gang was worried. What about our crumbling nightmare realm? I told them to relax. I had it all figured out. So we had a minor setback. Big deal. I knew Ford would be back. I wasn't upset at all. In fact, I decided to prove how not upset I was about our falling out by knocking back a few cold glasses of I'm Fine juice at O'Sadley's multidimensional pub in the rock-bottom asteroid belt of the Vicious Spiral Nebula. The rest of that night gets a little hazy, but according to the police transcripts, apparently things took a turn.
The police transcript?
Yeah, and then the next page,
that's classic.
There's a transcript.
Oh, the police. I thought you said Belize, like the country.
No. What? You're always hearing things that are so obviously not.
It sounded like Belize. I know it doesn't make any sense.
Maybe it's just because I had so much spit accumulating in my mouth because I didn't swallow that whole time. I spit over one of the words. I'm so upset that I spit. When I sit, I don't remember which word it was, but I kind of spit a little because.
Well, it's kind of funny though because the way my brain works, I think out of the box all the time. So I'm like Belize. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Like, when did they go to Belize? And then I thought maybe it happened, like, in the...
When did Bill go to Ford's lap?
At this point, it's an insider joke.
Yeah.
An inside joke.
If you made it this far, If you made it this far into the video, leave a comment about Bill sitting in Ford's lap.
Yeah, still, that's quite the image. All right. Now, I was going to say, so what you've read so far, that totally goes along. Bill is not a a sociopath. He's not sadistic, right? He has
Nah.
horrible judgment. He's impulsive, and he literally wanted to. He acted tough, but he was desperate to protect his the henchmaniacs, right?
Okay, axolotl.
Well, no, I mean that's just common sense.
I mean, I do think Bill is redeemable, but I don't think he's like not sadistic.
But I mean, he even said it was like hazing. Hazing can be very dangerous. You know what hazing is, right?
Yeah, I know it kills
like the
people
fraternities
sometimes.
and such, right?
Yeah, sometimes people
It
die
would be
from
really
it.
awful. I mean, that alone would be like, I would not ever want to join any kind of sorority or anything where they're hazing people like that. Mm-mm.
I'm
Says
not
me
going to
all I need
college
to
at
know.
all.
Says me all I need to know about the people who are
Yeah.
creating those requirements.
I also wouldn't participate in those rushes.
Right, that's kind of the same thing, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm not going to college.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm kind of scared of college. It seems like really unsafe.
It can be, yeah, for sure. But it can also be safe. We just have to be careful.
Probably depends on the college.
Yeah, I mean, alcohol makes everything unsafe. And if there's a party school and people are getting caught up in that, then there are problems. But there are ways to protect yourself, and it can be an exciting time. I loved my time in college.
I'm going to continue using the airbrush with the black backgrounds like I did before. That's
Okay.
something I'm experimenting with today.
All right.
And I've drawn Bill so many times, I might as well try drawing him in a new way.
Oh, yeah? What's the new way?
Oh, you know, this reminds me of the I the Gold project created by Summer Bloom.
Oh. Yeah. Right? So
But the new way is using the airbrush to color and just basically giving everything this sort of like metaphysical feel to it.
I like that. Kind of suits him.
Yeah, it definitely suits Bill.
Now, the thing that I was also just thinking, since you've read the passage, is that Ford's response is very extreme, too.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
Bill didn't start with
He, wants to, kill him now. He wants to annihilate him.
Bill didn't start with the torture. He just started with, can we talk?
Right, like multiple times, right?
Yeah, he kept going with the sticky notes. At some point, he was like, wakey, wakey, here's a snakey. Now, my personal headcanon is that the snake was an attempt of, like, a peace offering, like an I'm sorry gift, because Ford liked the rats. So, Bill probably assumed...
Man, that's like a gift seriously gone wrong. Imagine that.
Bill probably assumed that
How sad
Ford loved the rats, so maybe he would also love the snake. And then Ford interpreted it as an attack.
Poor Bill. Aw. Well, what kind of snake was it? Was it like a viper, a rattlesnake?
I think so. Let me double check the book.
A poisonous snake?
It was, I think, and he put it in there. He probably thought that Ford would be interested in it and maybe want to study.
That's all he had in the woods there.
It was a western riddleback rattlesnake.
Oh, and it even says venom stain.
Of course, Ford would specify the exact species of rattlesnake.
Of course. I bet you it is, maybe they have it there.
Wait, I want to look this up because in this page I'll put on screen, it's not colored.
On the West Coast. Maybe
it's
that's common
it's
there.
not colored, but I bet it's yellow and black.
Huh.
I gotta look it up. I bet nobody's thought to look up the snake yet.
Yeah. I've only seen brown rattlesnakes, but you could be onto something.
This is what over a year without new Bill content does to a fan.
I'm onto something. Finally a new clue.
I gotta look up this western riddleback rattlesnake doesn't exist and is likely a parody of the western diamondback rattlesnake.
Ah, let's check it out.
And the western diamondback rattlesnake is brown.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Look up black and yellow rattlesnake. See if that even exists, as far as we know it.
Black and yellow rattlesnake. If someone looks at my history, they're gonna think
You're looking for a snake.
they're gonna think we have like a snake in our yard and we're trying to identify it.
And we live on the West Coast.
There is one. It seems it's called the
Oh.
black-tailed rattlesnake, and it has like a yellow greenish tint.
What is that?
That's a mangrove snake. It's not a rattlesnake.
Okay. All right.
Now I'm gonna have to put pictures of the snakes on screen too. I'm giving editor me so much work.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, it's a lot less.
Could be worse.
Yeah, it's a lot less for the
Oh
Bill
my God.
videos that take like several hours to edit. This will still be done in like under 15 minutes.
Uh-huh.
What's interesting is that since this triangle has no features on it yet, it could be Bill from whatever angle.
Yep. I wonder what was
That gives me an idea. I'm gonna make it Bill from every angle. So I'm gonna draw an eye.
Uh-huh.
Watch this.
It's gonna be cool.
I'm gonna draw an eye.
There's been a lot of fusions going on, right? Like in the
Here.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to duplicate the eye and rotate it.
Uh-huh.
Let me rotate this so that I can line it up properly. And put the eye here.
Oh wow, that's a great idea.
And then
it's very artsy.
I'm gonna duplicate it again. And look at that. The eyes now create a triangle. And now
Oh my gosh.
wait, that looks like teeth. That's so cool. I accidentally made teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, there's our teeth now.
It looks also like one of those chemical or radiation toxicity signs.
Oh yeah, it does.
Sign, like when you had it angled
It does.
the other way. Let me see what it was. Radioactive or something?
And I'll put these like more in the middle. There. It's Bill. Eyes, teeth, warning sign. You tell me.
Look at that.
Yep.
The radiation symbol.
You didn't know that it was on a yellow triangle?
No, it's not always on a yellow triangle. It can be on a circle. Yeah. No, but I didn't know that the eye would inspire you to create that you saw a triangle there.
Well, because I was going to make it just so that no matter which side you were looking at it from, the eye would still be in the middle. But then when I put two eyes together, I was like, hey, wait,
really
this
good.
makes an angle. Let me add a third one and make a triangle.
Right.
And then I did.
Don't make too much.
This is for the background.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna. Oh wow, that looks great.
Let me see how it looks with a blur.
If you make it too blurry, it's gonna be hard to like look at it. It's gonna be then. I'm already refocusing. Like, what's going on?
Okay, let me just try something else.
I feel like getting my glasses out.
Let's see what this.
What did you just do with the black?
Dappled light. Ooh.
Also cool.
Ooh.
A little bit of the Swiss cheese look.
Okay, that makes it look fuzzy. Droplets, that's what I used before. Spray is like droplets but softer.
I like when you had the black splashes there. A little bit. Like holes. Like the big ones, like ink splashes.
This?
I don't know. It ended up on Bill. It looked like no, that looks like mold.
I bet Bill would like to be a bit moldy.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, Bill, you're looking a bit moldy.
Looking a bit moldy there.
Okay. This is noise. Ooh.
Can you make it more clear?
Yeah, I will in a moment. Oh, when I do it
okay.
like this, it looks like he's like taking a selfie.
Yeah.
Alright, now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in the background.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take the airbrush. I'm gonna add yellow to like illuminate
look at
it.
that. I like that.
Because then,
That's
Bill
cool.
needs to be glowing anyway. You know, he's
Yeah,
always glowing.
He needs to be glowing. That's
Yeah,
funny.
it's like one of his personality traits is he's glowing.
I think the hat needs to be crisper though, because the hat isn't the same, presumably the same material as his
True.
arms. Plus, it
You want me to get rid of that?
gives me that same kind
Oops.
of, I don't know, feeling like the annoying orange fruits.
The funny thing is that I know exactly what you're talking about without even having to say it.
That is funny.
But
that you know that.
to explain to the audience, my mom and I like to watch Annoying Orange together, and she cannot stand it
mindless, funny stuff.
whenever the fruits, because sometimes the fruits have facial hair, and she always loses it whenever the fruits have
the
facial hair.
So it's a bit revolting. But I guess that's a me thing. Now it looks like he's wearing a fur hat. Oh no,
It's in a bow tie.
Alright. It's a huge bow tie if you think about it.
You know what? I'll make the little bow tie so that way I can add. I don't know. Then it.
Oh yeah, I know. It's kind of lopsided now.
Looks like a mouth because it's too small.
Do what you want. It's your work.
I'm adding a
An
big
X.
bow tie. Well, I start with an X here. Alright, so I'm gonna do it like this first, and then go over.
No. Just do the.
Because it gives it like sort of like a textured feel.
It's still lopsided. Can you move it to the side easily or whatever?
Let me try.
It's a humongous bow. I need to see a reference now.
Oh,
where's your
wait.
book?
I drew it on the same layer as the eye. Let me put it
but
on a new
make
layer.
the bow crisp like that. Make it like a silky material, like the bow tie is.
Alright, but I'm going for like I'm trying to go for like a less crisp style. Remember, that's why I'm using all these like airbrushes, cause
I know, but wouldn't it yeah, okay, fine, it's yours.
Like I'm trying to make it look like really like blurry and disorienting. That's like the whole point.
It is very disorienting. I'm like still looking for my glasses.
Yeah,
that's good. It's good that you're making it higher.
It's like POV, Bill Cipher.
It's like vertigo.
Bill Cipher is brainwashing you. He's hypnotizing you, and this is what you see. Well, Bill
zoning out.
This is what you see as you're about to fall into a trance and get possessed. POV 1 second before Bill jumps into your mind. Okay, I've decided that's what it is now. It's like a POV, you've fallen into a trance, and now Bill is jumping into your mind.
Okay, I'm gonna duck. Not in my mind, young old man.
Okay, axolotl.
I don't know why you call me
Or as
axolotl.
Daisy likes to say, axol loser.
I prefer axolom.
I know.
It is very disorienting. Wow. His arms do look like there's black mold.
Black mold arms! I bet sometimes when Bill shapeshifts, he like makes himself look extra grotesque just for funsies.
Could be.
Like he's probably like shapeshifted himself to look all moldy before.
He's saying like if fruit turns moldy, it could be Bill.
Oh wait, that's why you don't like the fruits with facial hair. I finally get it. It's because it looks like mold.
Well, no, but that's not usually the mold that's on fruits, That's a different kind of mold.
Oh, so it just looks
I just don't like hair.
uncanny.
The hair and it's the hair and food association.
But
hair in your food.
But these foods aren't gonna be eaten. These are like characters.
Well, technically they're not, or are they? Because there's constantly knife. And then they respawn, but yeah.
Wow, and just like that, we have almost hit an hour. Time flies. The last time I checked, it was like, I think 33 minutes, and now it's at 56, almost 57 minutes. Time flies when you're drawing Bill.
When you're drawing Bill. And horses.
Yeah, but I felt like the horse portion, like, my perception of time was so much slower.
Yeah, I thought it was slower too.
Like I've been talking about Bill for like 20 minutes, but it only feels like we've been talking about Bill for like 10 minutes.
I agree with that. Kind of funny. Huh?
More like 25 minutes actually we've been talking about Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Bill.
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 Axel. Axel.
Bill. Bill Cipher.
Axolotl.
All hail Bill Cipher and fuck the axolotl.
All hail the axolotl.
No, never. Fuck the axolotl. Fuck the axolotl and fuck the bear prism.
Are you talking in
fuck
code?
The pills.
Code. That F word is code for all hail the axolotl.
No.
I know it.
No.
I know it. It's like one of those codes that you kids use all the time.
Well, if that's the case, then whenever you say "all hail the axolotl," then when you say the axolotl, you must mean Bill Cipher.
Oh, who's Bill Cipher again? I forgot Bill Cipher.
I'm gonna get really close to the microphone so it picks up this audible facepalm.
Who's Bill?
Bruh.
Alrighty.
Wow, we just like slipped into character there. Someone definitely needs to make an animatic out of that. Wow.
I don't even know why everybody thinks that I sound like the axolotl. It's just that the axolotl is so reasonable and wise. You know what I mean?
It probably has something to do with the fact that you're a doctor, you have a college degree in psychology, and you write poems.
Well, yeah, but not like usually anymore. I have a tendency to like be able to write a poem really fast on command. But my poetry times really go back to when I was much, much younger, decades ago. I think it came with the territory. From when I was like probably 13 or so. Actually, no. I mean, when I was a little kid too, I wrote little poems about animals and sent them to my grandma when we were still writing snail mail letters. But then I got really interested in the angsty kind of poems when I was 13, 14,
I
15.
wonder if the internet existed when you were a kid. Would
Oh my
would you
gosh,
have
that
been
would have
like
been amazing.
would you have been like
And
posting like
scary.
angsty fan fiction?
Maybe. It would have been amazing because of all the things you can do with the animations and all that, but it would have also been scary in some ways, you know?
Well, I mean, that's just the duality of the internet. It's like simultaneously the best thing created this century and the worst thing created this century.
That's true. Yeah. Well, you gotta use it for your advantage, you know.
Actually, no, I take that back. The worst thing created within the past 100 years was
the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is true.
And also concentration camps.
Yeah, but the whole idea I wasn't just creating it, but the killing that many people and yeah. Terrible.
Anyways.
Quick, let's end this on a high note.
Yeah, let's finish off with like one more thing about Bill Cipher.
One more thing sounds like sounds like a podcast too. It'd be a good title for a podcast. One more thing.
So I think I didn't again like I kind of pants my drawings like I pants my writing, like how I didn't know that this
like
was
I pants life.
Yeah, I do. Like I wake up, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I'm just gonna figure it out.
So is that like the opposite of Phineas and Ferb? I know what we're gonna do today.
I hadn't even thought of that. But anyway, like when I first started drawing this, I had no idea it would turn into Bill with his like teeth exposed, getting ready to jump into the viewer's mind. But that's how it turned out. And I have a similar attitude writing the fic of Bill, which I'll also link in the description.
I'm so fascinated with the
Wait, that
warning radiation sign.
With the fic of Bill, I've made up the whole thing on the fly. Like, I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we got.
When I start writing a new, I'm almost done.
All right.
When I start writing a new chapter of the fic of Bill, I don't know what's gonna happen in that chapter. I'm like just as surprised as the readers, you know? Like, I don't know what's going to happen until just before I write it down.
Might as well. It's kind of like life. Right?
I have no idea how it's going to end. I'm less than halfway done. I have, like, an idea of what's going to happen in the middle, but I have no idea how we're going to get there. Like, I'm just,
that's cool. I like it. Because if you have anxiety over the uncertainty of life, right? A lot of us have anxiety because life is uncertain. And
okay, axolotl.
You're embracing uncertainty when you're pantsing and in writing.
Which is ironic because I'm a control freak.
Well, but try to transfer that kind of feeling, that instinct to be a pantser when you're writing. Try to transfer that to life, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll all have less anxiety that way.
Yeah, like kind of like being in the moment. I've been trying to be more mindful.
Yep, same.
And you know what that circles back to?
The mind. About to be taken over.
These two.
Oh, that's true. They were in the moment.
Just being in the moment with each other, even though literal hell was breaking loose.
Literal hell, that's right.
They just...
All hell was breaking loose.
They had each other. At long last, they finally had each other.
Love wins.
Love wins! I'm going to end off on this drawing since I haven't shown that one in a while.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, well, that was fun.
Yep.
You ready to end it off?
Yep.
Alright. I don't know how else to end a video at this point, so I'm going to go back to Bill for this. Remember, Reality Solutions, the Universe Hologram, buy gold, bye!